Continue to read through the Gospel according to Luke. We'll be reading from verses 33 to the end of the chapter. I'll draw your attention to two things. One, the popular image of Jesus as one who constantly is cuddling a lamb, one whom little children come to and are attracted to, is a very true and important image of Jesus, but it is incomplete, to say the least. Jesus was also very firm and serious and stern, and we'll see that as we read through this morning's passage. And for those of you who know the way I'm wired up, I cannot help but point out something here. One of the most important verses in the Bible on the Old Testament canon is found in today's passage. Why the books of the Old Testament? Why these? Especially given how contentious that is in some Christian circles. You'll see in verse 51, Jesus referred to all the martyrs, from the blood of Abel to Zechariah, the one who perished between the altar and the sanctuary. This is not a chronological description from the first to the last. Abel is the first chronologically. Zechariah, the one who was killed between the altar and sanctuary, was not the last chronologically. This is referring to from beginning of end of the Old Testament. Those of you may know, our last book of the Old Testament is Malachi, but in the Jewish scriptures, they arrange them differently. In the last book of the Old Testament, what they call the Tanakh, is 2nd Chronicles. And this was the martyr recorded in 2nd Chronicles. So Jesus is saying from the first book to the last book of the Old Testament there. That's what that means. So take that away. For those who want to talk about Old Testament canon, this is a very, very important verse. Jesus saying from Genesis to 2nd Chronicles, those books of the Old Testament. Anyways, that's extra. Follow along with me. It's a read from 33 through 54. Jesus says, "No one after lighting a lamp puts it in a cellar or under a basket, but on a stand, so that those who enter may see the light. Your eye is the lamp of your body. When your eye is healthy, your whole body is full of light. But when it is bad, your body is full of darkness. Therefore be careful, lest the light in you be darkness. If then your whole body is full of light, having no part dark, it will be wholly bright, as when a lamp, when its rays gives you light." While Jesus was speaking, a Pharisee asked him to dine with him, so he went and reclined at table. The Pharisee was astonished to see that he did not first wash before dinner. And the Lord said to him, "Now you Pharisees cleanse the outside of the cup and of the dish, but inside you are full of greed and wickedness. You fools, did not he who made the outside make the inside also? But give as alms those things that are within, and behold, everything is clean for you. But woe to you, Pharisees, for you tithe mint and rue and every herb, and neglect justice and the love of God. These you ought to have done without neglecting the others. Woe to you, Pharisees, for you love the best seat in the synagogues and greetings in the marketplaces. Woe to you, for you are like unmarked graves, and people walk over them without knowing it." One of the lawyers answered him, "Teacher, in saying these things you insult us also." And he said, "Woe to you lawyers also, for you load people with burdens hard to bear, and you yourselves do not touch the burdens with one of your fingers. Woe to you, for you build the tombs of the prophets whom your fathers killed. So you are witnesses, and you consent to the deeds of your fathers, for they killed them, and you build their tombs. Therefore also the wisdom of God said, I will send them prophets and apostles, some of whom they will kill and persecute, so that the blood of all the prophets shed from the foundation of the world may be charged against this generation, from the blood of Abel to the blood of Zechariah, who perished between the altar and the sanctuary. Yes, I tell you, it will be required of this generation. Woe to you lawyers, for you have taken away the key of knowledge. You did not enter yourselves, and you hindered those who were entering." As he went away from there, the scribes and the Pharisees began to press him hard and to provoke him to speak about many things, lying in wait for him to catch him in something he might say. This is the word of God.